everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm Ashley and I do a lot of different types of content here on YouTube, but my content across all platforms lately has been primarily Disney, and today we have another Disney video. This is my May Disney pin haul. So for those who don't know, I have collected Disney pins since I was 7 years old, and truth be told, it has really amped up in the last like 5-ish years, basically since I started making my own money that I could spend on pins, as well as having like social media to pin trade in Facebook groups and such. And so anyways, yeah, I've done one of these videos every month so far, and today that I'm filming this, I'm actually more on top of it this month because today I'm filming this on May 29th, so we only have 2 more days in May, and I know that I'm not expecting any Disney pins for June, so I'm filming it early to hopefully get this out as my first video of June. And I'm just letting you know, if you do love Disney pins, definitely subscribe, hit the like button. But if you love Disney in general, I'd love for you to join my channel, as this summer I am going to be flooding YouTube with so much great Disney content, and really soon I'm going to be having a video announcing more of that. But let's go ahead and get into this haul. Okay, so I do have them laid out here in a few categories. I have box lunch purchases, eBay purchases, Shop Disney or the Disney store purchases, park pickups, and random purchases or trades from people in pin groups. So I really have no like rhyme or reason or order as to which things go, so let's just start with the Disney store. So the first pin here is this Baby Moana pin. Also, every single time I film a pin video, I typically have already shown these on TikTok and filmed for TikTok, and it just reminds me how much I love filming on this camera for YouTube because I just don't have the glare that I have when I do it on my phone, and it's so nice. But this was released for, I think, what's called Ocean Day, I saw, but it says please protect our oceans, I think. Take care of our oceans. But it has Baby Moana, and I'm a Moana collector and I love this scene. I love Baby Moana so much, so I got that. The next were 2 open edition sets, and they each contain 2 pins actually, but the first one is also Moana, and it's Pua and Heihei, and Pua is potentially my favorite Disney sidekick of all time. I think he is so flipping cute, so I had to get that. And then they also had Cogsworth and Lumiere, and these are just like classic, you know, art illustration styles of these 2 characters. Beauty and the Beast is also one of my main collections. I love Belle. She's my mom's favorite Disney character and favorite Disney princess, and I also love Belle, so pick those up on the Disney store. Next, we'll go ahead and go to my 2 park pickups for the month, and that was the This Is My Home out in Disneyland and Walt Disney World Parades at Disney World. The one for May for Walt Disney World Parades was Country Bear Jamboree. This is a really cool series, as there's lots of pin on pin, there's glitter, and then they will all connect together at the end. So I just love these. I don't particularly love like the characters or the like floats they've been choosing to do so far. They've all been kind of random, and I haven't like loved any of them, I feel like, but I love this series itself, and here's to hoping the second half of the year is gonna have some that resonate with me a little bit more. The pen for This Is My Home this month, I actually just received in the mail, I think yesterday as of the time I'm filming this. It came out really late for May. They've been releasing typically pretty early, but this one released late. It is Mulan, and she's actually one of my favorite princesses, as far as, you know, there's like 15 or so now, so she is in the top half, at least for me. I really do like Mulan. I really like this pin. I like it more in person than I did in pictures. Hopefully on camera it's picking up that it is really pretty. Now we'll go on to box lunch. I placed a box lunch order because they were having a good sale, and I also had like an additional coupon or some box lunch money or something, I'm not sure, but there was one pin that I went on there to get in particular, and I ended up getting 4, but the other 3 I got for really good prices. So anyways, I'll show you those. The first one is this like open edition Cinderella. I love Cinderella, and I've really been trying to expand my Cinderella collection as of late. My one qualm with Cinderella pins at Box Lunch is that they always make her hair very orange, and her hair is just not orange. Like, it's got a strawberry blondish tint in the movie, but the character, if you ever meet the character, she has like very light like beige blonde hair. So I don't really get the orange hair thing, but I love this pin and the colors that it is in. Also, the sun is so nice in my office right now, which just makes filming like so crisp and so good. I just love it. But this Cinderella pin has has her in her beautiful blue dress. It has Jacques on there and it has a little light pink background. So it's all my favorite colors. The next two are portraits of Donald Duck, and I believe it's his 90th birthday right now. So we are finally giving him some love. If you know me personally or you've been watching the channel for a little bit, you'll know he is my favorite Sensational Six character. I love Donald Duck. I just always have since I was little. I don't really know like what it is about him that I love, but I just love him. And so anyways, I saw these two pins that were like portrait style of him, and they kind of have like an older look to them, which I love, but has really nice pastels and florals. And so I just love it. Here he is in this one with this really pale blue background, baby blue background, and the flowers. And then here's this one as well with the really pale pastel yellow background, and he's given a little peace sign, and again with the flowers. I just think these are really, really cute. And then here's the pin that I actually went to Box Lunch to purchase when I saw it get released on Disney Pins blog, and I had to get this so fast. This is one of their jumbo pins, which I love the Box Lunch jumbo pins because I think they're really, really nice price for a jumbo pin, and they always come in these cool like boxes. But anyways, this one is Toy Story, which Toy Story is quickly becoming potentially my largest collection, but it is my favorite Pixar film and one of my favorite Disney films ever. And I just love Toy Story, and I also really like the villains, and that's what this is. So here is the pin right here. It's very large, but it is the villains from each of the Toy Story films, and they have little blocks showing you which one it is. So for Toy Story 1, we've got Sid, 2, we have Stinky Pete, 3, we have Lotso, and 4, we have Gabby Gabby. And it actually comes up, let me see if I can pull it out a little bit more. Yeah. So there's the full size of it where you can really see all the characters. And I just think that is such a neat pin. It's so cool and just really different than anything I have. Next category that we're gonna move on to is eBay purchases. And I guess I would put this into like eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark. I do purchase a decent amount of pins between those three platforms. You really just have to check for pictures of the backs and the fronts, make sure it doesn't seem sketchy. And I also really go off of the seller rating. So all these pins that I purchased from a seller on eBay, they had like over 1,000 eBay sales, and they had like 5 stars or like 4.5 stars or something. So to me, that's like they can be trusted, and that's how I treat all my purchases for pins online. But anyways, the first one that I got, actually these two first ones are both Splash Mountain pins, as Splash Mountain has been gone for a year and a half now, and it's almost opening for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I'm really wanting to get my last little hand in Splash Mountain pins. It was one of my favorite attractions when I was younger, and I did luckily have one Splash Mountain pin from when I was younger and collected. It's very old, and I did have that one because it is a goal of mine to get an attraction pin for every attraction, but I was kind of hoping to get a few more Splash Mountain ones just before they were like completely out of being able to find them anywhere. So the first one is, these are both very old, but the first one is Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear on the Splash Mountain log. And this is the sign of an old pin, this backer card that's like this print, and it's maroonish colored. But anyways, it says Splash Mountain on there, and it has them on the little flume ride going down the hill. Really cool. And the next one I have says Everything is Satisfactual. It's got the splash on it, and I love this one because I love the Zippity Doo-Dah song. I really wish that Disney World would still implement that song places because I just love the song so much. But anyways, went ahead and got this one too. The next one that I purchased on eBay is another one of the Characters and Cameras pins. As of the time I'm filming this today, I'm actually only on the hunt for 2 more from that whole collection, and it has taken quite a while. It's a really old collection, and some of them are harder to find. They were mystery boxes initially, and some of them are just really hard to find. They're rarer, they're more expensive, but like I said, as of the point of filming this, I'm only on the lookout for 2 more, so hopefully we can get that finished pretty soon. But this is the Stitch one, and it looks like this. It's up against this orange backer, which I really do like. I'm not really a Stitch fan, but I do really like this pin because I think he's the only one in this entire collection that has an orange background, and a lot of them have blue, which, you know, that's just what it is, but I like that his is orange just to make it a little more different. And now moving on to my last category, which is random purchases from pin trading groups or trades. And so this first one is a purchase that I just made. It came in yesterday, and it makes me so happy. It is one of the other Characters and Cameras pins, and it is Mickey Mouse. And the reason this one makes me so happy is 2 reasons. One, I could not find this one or one of the others from the set that I'm still in the hunt for. There were 2 pins that I cannot find like anywhere online at all. Didn't think I'd honestly be able to finish the collection because of that, and I was always just hopeful that one would show up, and luckily it did, and one of them was Mickey Mouse, and I found it in a pin trading group. Someone commented that they had it, and the other part that it makes me so happy is because she sold it to me for just barely over retail, and for really hard to find pins that are old like this, people sell them for like multiple times the amount of retail. So it just made me really happy that this person was willing to part with it at a super great price for me, and that I found it. The next one are 2 more of these Loungefly Winnie the Pooh and Friends snow globe pins. I now have, I think, 4 of the 6. And so anyways, these are just really sweet. I love Winnie the Pooh and the 100 Acre Wood Gang. But these are a nice little like Christmas mystery set or just winter in general, but they are characters in snow globes. This first one is Tigger, who has always been one of my favorite 100 Acre Wood characters. I love Tigger, and I love meeting Tigger at the parks. It's always just a good time meeting Tigger. If you've done it before, you know. And the second one I have is Piglet, and I do love that they made him super small in his snow globe and made all the characters like very appropriately proportioned. The next one is the last pin that I needed to complete this series of these villain lockets. I think that's what they're kind of called, but they are also a Loungefly series. I've opened a bunch on my TikTok, so if you're not following me on TikTok, definitely go over there and follow me there. But this one is Dr. Facilier. This is what the front looks like. I'm not a Princess and the Frog fan, but I do love that purple. I think it looks so nice with the gold. And here is him on the inside. Like I said, that purple and gold is just very striking together. So now I have officially completed this series. The next one is one that I also had in a trade. I think it was maybe with that Facilier pin, but this is an old pin, I believe. I'm gonna see if it has a date because they used to date them back earlier when pin trading happened. I can't find a date, not saying it's not on here. Oh, I can actually. I'm just gonna have to really be able to see. I think it says 2009, I think. Okay, it honestly might be 2004. I can't really tell because it is literally printed so tiny on there. But anyways, it's like a very petite little pin, but so special. It is Donald and Mickey Mouse, just little buds giving each other a little hug. Donald is my favorite Sensational Six character, but like also at the same time, at the end of the day, Mickey Mouse would be my ultimate Disney character just because it's like Mickey Mouse. He's, you know, the big cheese. He's the best. So I love any pin that has Donald and Mickey together. I have quite a bit of those in my Mickey and Friends collection. So when she had that she wanted to trade, and I remember this person wanted to do 2. She wanted 2 of my pins, and so she sent me her traders. I saw that one and I was like, I just can't beat that, so we traded for that. Okay, so my next pin is kind of exciting because this is actually my first ever fantasy pin. So fantasy pin, if you're not in the pin world, if you're not like totally in the know of the pin world, fantasy pins are pins that are designed by Disney fans, and they're sold, I find, primarily on like Etsy, but there's some amazing fantasy pins out there. Like the size, the detail, the ideas, there's just really, really cool fantasy pins. But the kicker is that you can't trade them in the parks, and you're not supposed to, I mean, if you could trade them for an authentic Disney pin with someone else, but you would definitely need to make sure that they knew that it was a fantasy pin, because you cannot trade them in the parks. They're not like authenticated. So they're better just to purchase for yourself for your own personal collections, which that is really what I do. I don't really buy pins with the thought of buying them to trade in mind, just because I don't know when my next trip to the parks is gonna be, and so I buy for collections more. So I was happy to purchase this even though it's a fantasy pin, but this is my first ever fantasy pin, and it is the Heart of Te-Fiti. So another Moana. We have a good amount of Moanas in this little haul. This is what it looks like. Like I said, the detailing is just really, really pretty, like the way that the water is on the shades of blue and the little markings on the rock. And anyways, this is going in my Moana collection, so it's definitely a keeper for me. So I was happy to buy it, but first ever fantasy pin. And that's a great transition into this next little bit to close it out, where I attended one of the Leffersons Whatnot sales. If you're not following them, they're on here. They're a great couple that's so fun to watch on YouTube, so I highly recommend following them if you're not subscribed to their channel. But I did participate in one of their Whatnot sales recently, and I got a fantasy pin in there. I actually purchased quite a few pins, but this was one of the prettiest little pins I've ever seen, and again, fantasy. And this is the pin. It's Eeyore hanging from a Mickey balloon. So it is like, this is one pin, but it kind of looks like 2. But this is what it looks like. We've got Eeyore, and he's got something on his tail. Oh no, it's on his arm. He's got some little like sparkles on his arm. But this is what it looks like, and then he's hanging from a Mickey balloon, and it's like the prettiest pastel pale pink and white glitter. I just love this, but this is also a fantasy pin, so it's just funny that I've had two in this one haul, and this is the first time I've ever purchased them. The next one I got from their sale is one that typically I would not be purchasing, but I just loved it so much when I saw it, and that is pastel. That is Pascal with some pastel macaroons. I am not the biggest Tangled fan. I love that movie, and it's like Rapunzel is growing on me more as a top princess in my rankings, or like my favorites. I've just never like had a heart connection with it, but I love the colors of Tangled, like pastel pink and purple and the flowers. I love anything that's got like snacks or food or whatever on it. So anyways, they posted this and I just saw the like macaroons and just had to get it. The next ones from them were actually a set of 3, and they are also Loungefly, I believe, but they are these Toy Story aliens singing Christmas carols, which I just love. So I'm gonna show you each of them like individually, because like I said, it is a set of 3. Here's the first one, and they're wearing Santa hats. So here is the second little guy, and here is the third one. And like I said, I love Toy Story so much, and I also love any like festive holiday stuff, so those are gonna be so cute in there. And my very last pin to show you all is a little added bonus, because it is not Disney, but it is a Harry Potter pin, which was in their live sale as well. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to get that. I'm a big Harry Potter nerd, just as much as Disney, and I do kind of want to expand my Harry Potter pin collection. There's lots of fantasy pins on Etsy, but there's also lots of pins that are in the Harry Potter Wizarding World that you can buy online. And so anyways, I do want to get like a few more of those, just because I am a Harry Potter lover. And so anyways, this one is also kind of a Christmas pin. It says Butterbeer and Holiday Cheer, and it's got a wreath on it, and then it's got the Butterbeers, which if you've ever been to the Wizarding World and you haven't had Butterbeer, you're missing out. I love Butterbeer, so good. But it has like the 4 house colors back there. So this is also, oh, I think this is a fantasy pin, they were saying, I think. So anyways, 3 fantasy pins in one haul. That's kind of crazy, but there we have it. So that is my May 2024 Disney pin haul. The funny thing is, I filmed my April one really late, and it was like beginning to middle of May when I was filming my April one, and I only had like 2 pins there at that point for the month of May, and I really thought that May would barely have any pins to show you all. I even debated like, oh, am I even gonna need to make this video because I may not have many for May? And then in the last like week or so, I have gotten so many pins, so it definitely needed its own video. But I know I've hinted at you guys a few times about trip announcements and what I have planned for the summer as far as Disney goes, and hopefully within the next week I'm going to sit down and film a trip announcement video for my trips this summer. Yes, you heard me correctly, trips plural, and I'm gonna film it in one video, because not too far off from now I will be doing a little pack with me, prep with me for Walt Disney World. And so that's all I'm gonna say about that, and you'll have to tune in for my trip announcement video, which hopefully is going to be the next video after this one gets posted. So hopefully, like I said, within the next week or so, that will be going up, and I literally cannot wait for the summer, guys. My husband and I, my friend and I, my family and I, we've literally just been talking so much lately about how we cannot wait to be back at Disney. So exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this a like. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you're here still, comment below which was your favorite pin from this haul, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.